I just realized I'm no longer sad. And let me explain that. It might sound a little crazy, but it's absolutely true. I received an email yesterday talking about SAD, seasonal affective disorder. And I thought, oh, I had forgotten about that. See, because I had that. I suffered from that for years and years and years. And even before I knew it was a thing that existed, I really felt weird then because I was depressed all the time. I'm talking about this also. I was prompted when I saw what happened to Chelsea, the model who jumped to her death, and everyone thought, wow, how could that have happened? She was so successful. She's an attorney. She won Miss USA. She did all of these things, and she was always happy. That was me. And it can go uncovered, unnoticed for so long. I didn't discover this until I was after my last hospitalization, where my doctor looked at me and said something's wrong. Well, see, but I can remember as a kid, as a child, being depressed. Why as a kid at my age, so young, depressed, where I was having headaches, in bed crying? I went through all sorts of things. And it was something that went on my entire life, not understanding what was happening to me or why. And then my life was filled with all of this fear. Everything that I did from onward, from beginning there, where I thought there's something really wrong with me, I incorporated that into my brain and I incorporated that into my life. And so I moved through my life being afraid of everything. And I could cover it up so well, you would never have known. No one knew, except people, my family probably knew. But I became this great actor that I could just put on whatever you wanted to see, I could give you, and I would be okay for the moment. And then go home and just fall apart. Just be myself, cry my eyes out. Why am I doing that as a teenager all the time? People would say, oh, well, he's just going through his puberty. It was beyond that. And I came to find out what it is. I came to discover it later. And even though I'm at this age, I'm 71 now, I can still say it doesn't matter. Whenever you find it, you find it. And so that's what I did. So when I looked at that message, that advertisement, and thinking about Chelsea again, I thought I got to talk about this. Because I don't talk about it to the depth that I could, because you don't even understand what's in my program. You do not understand what you could do, because I haven't talked about really where I was in all of these things. So the last time that I understood about my depression was when I came out of the hospital, as I said, and a doctor said, you're depressed. You clinically depressed, because see, you can't feel it because you become used to who you are. You think it's normal to be that way. It wasn't normal. But I didn't know that because that's all I had lived. I see so many people walking around now doing their lives and thinking that their misery is normal, only because they've become used to it, you see, because that has been their experience. So when I put out my program, it was hard for me to really tell you what it could do for you, because I thought, me? Could that have come from me? Yes, it did, because I got it all. I received it all. I was one of those people that could channel information and receive information, and that's what terrified me my entire life. Having all of this information and things coming to me, and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense, and people are going to think you're a little nuts, until I saw that it's producing results, and then I saw that it produced the results on me. When I put out my program, 4 Weeks to Your Best Life, that's the first part of it. When I did that in December, I was really unsure, because I've always been unsure. And then, until I do something, and then then it doesn't stop from there. When I know that I have something, my confidence is through the roof. But if I'm not sure, you're going to see me hesitate a little bit. I'm sure now. And I just forget all the time, which is why in my program I have people remember what they've accomplished, because I just didn't get it. And so people said, this is so strange. How could you have done this? How could you have received this? Every single person is born with a gift. I can't say that enough. Every single person. And all we have to do is decide to own it, get out of the way, and just embrace it. I couldn't do that. So now my mission is getting everyone else to do that, you see. That's why I love the work that I'm doing. That's why I've put these things together. But again, I just need people to understand the way that this operates, just so you get it. You don't change anything overnight. None of us do. We can think we do, but then we're back to somewhere else falling apart again. We all taking courses. We've all been in programs or gone to counselors. I did all of those things. And so I thought, my thing couldn't be that powerful. I couldn't be the person who received something that's really valuable. I couldn't be the one who has something creative. I couldn't be the one who has a gift. I couldn't be somebody who was important in the world. Yes, I was. And so are you. Every single person is. It just may take us some time or some effort even to reach that place, to get there. And so this is what I saw. And I wouldn't have told you this until I experienced it, because that's the kind of guy I am. What I saw with the program when we did just the first 4 weeks, we haven't even gotten to the entire program yet, just the first 4 weeks, people were transformed. They came out feeling confident, feeling like they knew who they were, feeling less fearful. Again, I'm not saying it's unrealistic to think that you're going to change everything in 30 days or 31, whenever you might come in. But the fact is, you will change. You will come out and you will know that you're a different person. Otherwise, you don't pay any money, so there's no risk. You have zero to lose. So I'm saying to you, do this, take this program, see what it's like for you. If it doesn't work, you're not going to pay anything. You get all your money back. I'll give you an instant refund if you find that this doesn't work. But the way that it works is that you have to do the work. That's what I did. I got to this place because I was willing to do the work, and I've spent much more money than anyone that I can possibly imagine trying to figure this out, trying to get there. So that's why I know what I'm giving you is the bargain of all bargains, if you want to think of it that way. But how much would you pay to find confidence in yourself if you could do it in 30 days? How much would you pay? Ask yourself that. How much would you pay if you would be less fearful? How much would you pay if you finally saw that you had a life purpose and one that was valuable? What would that cost you? What would that mean to you? How much would you pay? See, because it took me many, many, many years to come here to say, I just discovered I'm no longer sad. You have this great ability, every single person, and all we have to do is just decide that we're going to embrace it. See, and a lot of things were very strange for me. I just want you to understand that it may be going on for you as well. When I started doing voice, when I started coaching voice, I didn't know how to do that. I did not know how to do that. When I had a company back in 1972 that became really successful, and everyone asked me, how did you do that? I didn't know. I had no clue as to how I did that until 30 years later, when it turned out, all I was doing was being myself. And that's all any of us ever have to do, is just be ourselves, because we were born with everything we need. We're just not willing to find it sometimes, or it's a little scary, but we do have help, and that's the help that I've given you. Have a really great day. Please take a look at the special offers that I mentioned. I want to say that before I go, because they are going away tomorrow, so look at them. Again, another little caveat here. I had a meeting with someone earlier today, and they're looking at everything that I had, and they said, why are you doing this? You have so much. You could be doing so much more. You could be making so much more money. I go, I know, but I want to help a lot more people too. So I'm going to start here, and then we'll see where that goes. So now you know who I am too.